What up, everybody? It's your girl JoJo of JoJo's Replay, and I am here to tell you about OAT, Official America's Team. It is a platform built for fans, by fans, and it's all about Cowboys Nation, baby. We got so many big-time personalities like yours truly, Tyson Westcoast from Dallas Cowboys Scouting, Silver and Blue Nation headed by Big Game James, and the president and CEO himself, Barry Gibson, the guy that's bringing us all together and making all of this happen. Go subscribe. Go be a supporter. You know it's all about Cowboys Nation and about this chase for number 6, baby. And OAT is the hub to connect us all. So I'm telling you right now, go join. Go subscribe, because here at OAT, baby, we making big moves, because OAT is our business and our business is our swag.
Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, y'all. It's your boy B Jizzle on a Sunday afternoon, or should I say morning, rather. And well, the Cowboys played on Thursday Night Football, and I've got a special guest that's going to be joining us here today. So if you or somebody you know is in San Antonio, which I'll be headed this week, you want to tap in, because I'm going to introduce you to a gentleman by the name of George, who's got a bus tour that goes from San Antonio up to Dallas, and yours truly is going to be going along for a video vlog. So there will be more about that, but we're going to bring George on today for some Q&A. But before we get into that, I want to make sure all the notifications go out. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're live on my Facebook page, so if you're a friend with me, you can see it. If you follow me, you can't until I change the settings after. I'm sorry. It's just set up the way that it is. We're on live on Built Different Group 2 this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We know all you little haters on Built Different Group, y'all got to watch your own teams today. And we're live on YouTube as well. You know, it is the best part of waking up, top of the morning, Cowboys fans. I know it feels good. We don't have to worry about the haters today. They got to watch their own teams. And we got a special guest here, so that way folks from San Antonio can learn how to go from San Antonio to Dallas, Fort Worth to a Cowboys game. And the Cowboys are playing the Vikings on Sunday Night Football, not tonight, but next week. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on, come all. Let us know you're tapping in with us. How are we doing? How we doing, Sarah? Yeah, that's JoJo. Shout out to my girl, JoJo. All my OGs know who JoJo is. I know she's still out there. Ladies tapping in deep this morning. Good morning, Raven. How we doing? Appreciate y'all tapping in. But let's just go ahead and welcome our special guest to the show, my guy, George from G&S Tours. Look a little chilly out there, George. How you doing? And
we're up here in Grapevine, Texas. Like I was telling Barry, Grapevine is just a little suburb of Dallas. We're probably about 15 minutes from the stadium, AT&T Stadium. By coincidence, pretty cool that we're doing this and we're not too far away. We're up here with family doing some Christmas events, but it's pretty chilly out here, but it's okay. It's nice. It makes you feel like Christmas.
I feel you. I feel you. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of everything that you do with G&S Tours, like, can you just tell everybody really quick, like, who you are, George, and how you became a Cowboys fan?
Oh, my God. My name is George Collins. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. By default, because of my age, I've probably been a Cowboy fan longer than probably the majority of y'all. Again, it's just because of default and my age. And I grew up at a time when we only had one TV in the house. So every Sunday was Cowboys football. I mean, I remember the damn Ice Bowl. That's how old I am. But I mean, I've been a Cowboys fan my whole life, man. You know, so it's what I tell people that people don't understand. Like, you know, so many people we know bandwagon other teams because they're winning. And I tell them, you can't say that about us. We haven't done nothing in 30 years. And look how many fans the Cowboys have all over the place, worldwide. Go to a road game and see how many Cowboys fans we have. You know, that's loyalty. That's one thing we cannot control what the team does, but as fans, I love being a Cowboys fan. It's amazing because we have such loyalty. I mean, we haven't done nothing in forever, but we still follow the team, right? I mean, that's what we're about, Cowboy fans.
You know, I was looking at some numbers on Google last night as I get ready to prepare for my trip to come down there to visit you this weekend. And we got a meet and greet we're going to talk about here that George and I are going to be doing Thursday for Thursday Night Football this week, coming up down there in San Antonio. But I was looking at the numbers. It looks like there's more people living in San Antonio, like 1.5 million compared to like a million only. Like San Antonio's bigger than Austin now?
Oh, yeah. We're you know, it's a suburbs. It's grown. San Antonio is like, I know the Cowboys haters won't want to admit it, but I mean, San Antonio is like Dallas South. There's tons of Cowboy fans in San Antonio, a lot. I mean, Yeah, you can go around town and see, other teams, whatever. But the majority of the time on game day and everything, especially down, anybody that's from San Antonio knows, if you go down to the south side of San Antonio, on game day, you see everybody wearing their Cowboy gear. I love it. I love being a Cowboys fan in San Antonio because
Yeah.
no matter what anybody says, Cowboys still dominate in San Antonio.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe it because I was like, I know it's a small market town because of the Spurs that are down there. There's no football team, but we know by default, like you say, it's Dallas South. I couldn't believe there were actually 4 pro shops in San Antonio, George. 4 Dallas Cowboy pro shops.
That just shows you how many Cowboy fans there are there.
Yeah. So that was one of the things that we talked about. I remember at One Star One Family's Unity Barbecue earlier this year, me and you were having tacos out there in Bakersfield. We were talking about this possibly happened about me taking this bus tour up with you. You're going to have 50 fans on a bus going from San Antonio up to Dallas for the game on the Minnesota Vikings primetime game this next year, right?
Yes, sir.
It's going to be the first time that this season anyway, because some things that have happened. But this is going to be your first go with 50 Cowboy fans from San Antonio to Dallas. Now, how does one, as a Cowboy fan like you, get involved into the busing of Cowboy fans from one city to the next for a game?
Well, it started around 1999. I mean, it's kind of the way everything started. I had never been to a Cowboys game my whole life, and then we're talking back in the newspaper days when you could still pick up a newspaper and look at the articles. And we saw an article from a man from a small town about 30, 40 minutes away from us again, Texas. He was advertising a Cowboys game. And I told my wife, you know what, let's try it. We never been to a game. We went with a couple of family members, and it's a whole package. I became friends with the man, and long story short, as the years progressed, he started telling me, okay, well, you can give me 10 people, I'll let you ride for free. And then, okay, can you get 20 people? Can you get 20? It just kept growing. Every year, more and more people started joining us. By the time you know it, I was taking a whole bus by myself without him being on board. So the only difference was that all I was doing was collecting the money. He coordinated the hotel. He had 50 season tickets. He pretty much did everything. I just kind of coordinated our tailgate and everything. Well, eventually COVID hit. There was no games, obviously. And then he decided to retire. In 2021, I didn't do any trips because I had my mom in hospice care and I had to help take care of my mom. So I didn't want to commit to anything. I lost her in January of 2022. So as the schedule came out in 2022, all these people I used to go with us started hitting me up. Hey, but I had never coordinated everything by myself. I was basically just getting people together and that's it. Now I had to get the hotel. I had to get game tickets. I had to get the bus. I had to figure out what I was going to feed the people and so forth. So I gave it a shot and I was able to pull it off we love doing it on our own. On game day, we'll be doing a tailgate with our other good friends from San Antonio. We'll also provide a great experience at a very affordable price. Their name is SA Brew Crew. They're great friends. We're going to tailgate with them on Sunday. We
Can't wait to see them.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. I can't wait to see them. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. SA Brew Crew. Yes, they're great people, great friends. It's all about unity, kind of like I tell Kai, like a mini version of, One Star One Family. We're all Cowboys fans, and regardless of what group, what crew you represent, we're all going to get together. We got together a few years ago, did it for the first time. We had to, work out our little kinks because, they did it their ways. We did things our way, but we figured it out and we're always able to make it work. And ultimately, we like the fact that we have more fans together and we're able to make a nicer, bigger tailgate this way. You know what I mean? So they also will be departing on Saturday morning. They have their own bus. They have their own thing like us that they entertain the people on the bus. And Saturday night, they kind of do what they want to do. So we won't actually see them until game day. But, we just started doing it and we loved it. We love interacting with the people. We love trying to make things as affordable as possible. Obviously we have to make sure we cover all our costs. This year is an exception. Normally our grandson is our DJ for our tailgates. This year we're going to use the DJ that SA Brew Crew has. And then we also, they do their own food. So that's the only difference. Like on game day, sometimes they bring their own food. you know, so that's what they serve their people. I have a family member who lives here in Dallas, so he caters for my group and my bus. I pay him. So on game day, he goes to our job, to our tailgate. He brings his Blackstone. He cooks us street tacos, rice, beans. He has salsas, everything. So that's what our food will consist. That's what our food has been consistent of the last few years, because it makes things easier on me. I don't have to worry about transporting food or anything. You know,
Right.
it's a lot more work when you have to worry about transporting food. You have to make sure you keep the food cold and everything, nothing spoils, and uh, it just makes things easier. So, and he does a great job. So that's what we feed everybody, and we'll have a bar set up, and you know, we'll have drinks, music. You know, it's a good tailgate that we put together with the buses. Also, like I said, with our friends, I say Bruku that we'll be with on Sunday. I think he'll be. I think they'll be joining us on Thursday also, Barry, at the little meetup that we're going to do. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Almost a great segue, but want to make sure we get to this first. This trip up on Saturday, right? So 50 fans are going to leave up on Saturday. This is a 5-hour bus ride from San Antonio. You say it stops a couple times, I think, for bathroom break, smoke break, something like that, until we get into DFW. So they leave around 9 a.m. We get up there around 3 p.m. on Saturday. Is that how that works?
Yeah, we try to depart no later than 9:30, because we never know what kind of traffic issues we're going to hit along the way. You know, 35, the route we take, we just never know. It's unpredictable. So we try to give ourselves a little bit of leeway. We make a stop in Waco, Texas. There's a bunch of restaurants. Allows everybody to get off, stretch their legs, get something to eat, and you know, just get off the bus a little bit. You know, like and then you know, sometimes we'll do another stop as well, and then we try to be at our hotel by 3. We stay in Fort Worth. We get everybody checked in, and then about 7 o'clock at night, our bus takes us to the Fort Worth stockyards, and he will pick us up too at 11. He's basically a CDL driver, so he's limited as to how long he can be out.
Right.
You know, but our hotel.
So that's pretty cool. So everybody riding up from San Antonio is going to get a trip to the stockyards. I can only imagine this time of the year, stockyards is probably pretty Christmas decked out, Christmas themed and all. It's going to be pretty nice out there, huh?
Yeah, it's nice, and not everybody goes. Some people stay behind; they just don't want to go out. There's a couple of restaurants by our hotel. There's a bar right around the corner, so you know, like you have the option to stay behind at the stockyards if you don't want to come back. Our hotel's not far away. Like it's 11. I'm not ready to go back. You could stay there. You just gotta, you know, get rideshare on your own. But majority of the time, everybody jumps on the bus. You know, goes back to the hotel. It's an optional trip. You know, if you don't want to go, you don't have to go. But the majority of people will go.
Right. So that's a pretty good deal. So a bus ride up from San Antonio to DFW. Check into the hotel. You get 2 nights stay. So Saturday night, Sunday night. This is a Sunday night primetime game. So the bus, I think you said, will be leaving on Monday morning to head back to San Antonio. And I think you've even had a couple of cancellations, which I think normally happens some of the time. So if somebody watching today said, hey, this is something that I want to do. I mean, how many spots do you have available now where maybe we could try
right now we have 2. Hit me up if you think you're interested. It's they're at a reduced rate because of the fact that the game is already next week. Yeah, it's kind of a unique situation in a sense, because the person who had 2 cancellations has actually paid me in full. So they're now, those tickets are basically in his possession. So if you want to buy them, I mean, I can, you know, make sure you connect with this person, and you would pay him or me. I can do the transfer as well. So I'm just basically trying to help him, because at this point we've invested too much money in it, so everything's non-refundable. We've already paid for catering and game tickets and bus for the charter bus. So, but the person that paid for them, they're still his, so he can do whatever he wants with them. At this point,
so you got a couple cancellations available. So if anybody's interested that's watching today, you can hit me up directly, DM me, because like I said, I'll be traveling to San Antonio on Wednesday. Like we said, there are 4 pro shops that are out there that George and I were talking about. This is something that when, you know, George and I were talking about earlier this year at the One Star One Family Unity Barbecue, I said, you know, how many pro shops are down there? And he's like, oh, there's 4 pro shops. I'm like, what? I'm like, there's 4 pro shops in San Antonio. Like, San Antonio's a little market. Like, they don't even, are there pro shops in Austin? Do you know of any pro shops in Austin?
I don't know. I've never looked at it. I mean, we're a small market in a sense of sports wise, I guess, but we're not a small city. I mean, like you said, we're almost 1.5 million. we're pretty big. It's the city has grown tremendously, but unfortunately, sometimes sports wise, it's they still have kind of like a small town mentality.
Yeah.
They don't want to sometimes spend the money, and I don't think in my lifetime we'll ever get an NFL team. I just it's just different down there. I mean, I love it. It's my hometown, but in that
Well,
sense,
yeah,
yeah, we're kind of a small town.
yeah. I don't think Texas with 3 football teams, especially with one down in Houston, it's going to happen. I know exactly what you're saying, but I was just surprised that there were actually 4 pro shops there. And I made it my business. I said, well, hey, as a pro shop affiliate, what I plan on doing is I want to come down there and I want to tour these pro shops and see what they've got available. So if you're just tapping in and you're watching on my page, you'll know that there will be a star promotion tour on Thursday on this coming Friday on December the 12th. Now, Thursday, George and I will be meeting up at the Twin Peaks, the north side, right, George?
Yeah, on Northwest Loop 10. It's by North Star Mall. It's on Loop 10 between Blanco and San Pedro. I need to call them. I haven't even done that, Barry. I've been so swamped doing stuff. Like I told Kai, I feel like a miniature version of him. But I need to call him and see if maybe I can reserve a couple of tables or something. I need to give him a call. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, no, don't worry. We'll just show up. I don't think they're going to turn us away, especially if we're in there buying food and drinks. It's the Atlanta Falcons versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football. So if you see this link, it's now in the comments. This is the event that's on my page for George and I. We will be at the Twin Peaks. So any Cowboy fans in the San Antonio area are welcome to pull up, especially haters too. We know y'all some closet Cowboy fans. Y'all can come hang out with us and talk them boys. But Twin Peaks on Thursday. For Thursday Night Football, that link is down in the comments below. That is the Twin Peaks on the north side. So if you got questions, the link is down there below. You can hit up George and I. But we'll be doing that on Thursday. And then on Friday, like I said, I will be live specifically because Thursday, I'm going to visit 2 pro shops. Friday, I'm going to visit 2 pro shops. And then I'm going to gather some stuff because San Antonio, the Walmart there also is kind of like Jerry's World, but maybe not as much there in San Antonio, you said, right?
Yeah, I mean, they'll have Cowboy stuff, but it's not as big of a selection like the one across from the stadium, no. But out of the pro shops, I think personally the best one is probably at River Center Mall. That's the one downtown. Anybody that here that goes to the pro shops and lives in, well, I say here, I'm not even in San Antonio right now, but in San Antonio, the best one is probably River Center Mall. That's downtown. That's the biggest pro shop. Now they have one at Hebner Oaks. That one is almost like a clearance store. They sell a lot of clearance stuff there sometimes. Sometimes you can find some stuff pretty cheap there. Sometimes you can find T-shirts for $10.
Yeah.
The sizes will be limited, but that's like the clearance store. And then they have one at North Star Mall. They have one right by the Twin Peaks. There's one like 5 minutes away from where we're going to be Thursday. In the mall next door, there's a Cowboys Pro Shop there, and then there's another one at another mall. So basically, they're all at malls, except for one of them that's kind of like in a strip center.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, Thursday on the 11th, I'll be at 2 of them. On Friday, I'll be at 2 of them. And then afterward, I will have some prizes to give away. So that way you check out that link that's in the comments below. The Star Party, ho, ho, ho. We're going to be doing the Pro Shop and the Walmart prize giveaway. So one day only for stars. So if you're wanting to donate stars to content this month, here's your chance to win some cool prizes. And as always, thank you to our supporters, both on BG and BDG here today. As a result, that's brought George on our show to be able to learn about G&S Tours because I plan on doing a vlog. We're going to write a story on Official America's team. So that way more fans can be able to find George because I'm looking forward because I know you said you were trying to do the home opener this year, but maybe it looked like maybe the home opener might be a big family reunion with all the Cowboy fans coming in next season.
Yeah, well, next year, I mean, Cowboys play in Houston, Seattle, and Kai. I don't know if Kai's watching or not, but Kai wants to do an event in Houston and Seattle, and Houston's only 3 hours away from us, so that should be a good one there.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that because Seattle, I don't have to travel anywhere. I know Houston, you may not have to go that far anyway. How far is the drive from Houston to San Antonio?
About 3 hours. It's not far. No, it's not far. I've been to Seattle for a game too. I think it was 2018. I went up there, so I've been to Seattle for a game. Yes. Yeah,
we actually had a tailgate here. That was one of the first tailgates I was involved with the Seattle Dallas Cowboy meetup group. that's up here. About 500 fans on the Meetup app. We had about 300 folks here for that tailgate, so I'm looking forward to that. Now, speaking of tailgates, you said that your crew will be tailgating with the SA Brew crew. Where is this tailgate located at for folks that maybe
We will be behind we will be behind CC's Pizza on North Collins and Slaughter. It's right across the street from the stadium. I mean, it's a very convenient location. All you got to do is cross the street and you're at the stadium. It's private property, so we're not restricted by NFL rules because, you know, anytime you're on NFL property, you can't start doing any tailgating until I don't remember the time frame, maybe 4 hours before game time, something like that, 5 hours. We're not limited. We can be out there. We can start at 10 in the morning if we wanted to because we're on private property. That's why we do that. It's a little more cost. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's a little bit more costly for us to be there, but me and SA Brew Crew, as they're known, Gibby, Bobby, we pay the extra money because we want to do the best for the people that ride with us. We like to provide them a good experience, and you know, not that you don't have a good experience if you don't tailgate there, but it's just kind of cool, you know, as a stadium backdrop where you're tailgating, you know, because typically right down the street from us is what they call the bus parking lot. That's where the majority of tour buses do their tailgates. It's cheaper, you know, and everything. You know, it's just the thing is you have to, you know, first come, first serve. You know, whoever gets there first gets the prime locations, and you know, so over here, this spot.
Yeah, we see everybody at the stadium everybody the night before camping out, you know, doing their land grabs. You know, shout out to Cowboy Life family and all of those folks that we see over there. There's definitely some differences between tailgating at the stadium versus off the stadium. So, but you said y'all would be set up over there at CC's Pizza at what time on Sunday?
I'll get with Gibby. I think we'll probably be starting the tailgate about noon or so. I'll have to confirm that, you know, because we're using their DJ and stuff this year. So I'll confirm that with him, but we'll probably be starting about noon or so. I mean, we start pretty early. And then people say, man, that's a long tailgate. You know what? Those hours go by fast when you're having a good time.
Oh, man. If you start at 12, the game is at 5:30, right?
No, 7:30 up here. 7:30 Central Time.
That's right, 7:30. So that is a long time to tailgate. So from 12 till 7 p.m., man, hopefully folks can stagger in. Are you going to have a bus going from the tailgate to the front door of the stadium? Because you know,
no. All you got to do is walk. It's just
I'm just saying, folks gonna be drinking beer all day long at the tailgate. You know,
beer and liquor, having drinks, and we encourage everybody to eat while they're there at our tailgate because you know we'll have food there as well. So typically everybody's gonna eat because that's included in the package that they pay for. So that way they can get something to eat, and you know the beers are so damn expensive beside the stadium. You know, we're in Vegas. I bought 2 drinks. They're like $18. Like damn.
Yeah. No, it definitely has been keeping up with the Joneses at these games. And speaking of that, if folks were interested, so just really quick, a ballpark figure from San Antonio to DFW, 2 nights hotel, tickets to the game, and a ride back the day afterward. What would be like the total cost for somebody to get a ballpark idea if they wanted to take this trip?
Yeah, this year we're doing $550 for everybody. It's $550 covers everything per person. Typically, it's a $100 deposit, non-refundable, unfortunately. Sometimes if you cancel really, really early and I'm able to fill your spot right away, you know, I'll be nice enough to give you your money back. Once it gets later in the season and, you know, I can't do anything, I can't no longer give you your money back. Like right now, I've already paid for my bus, my caterers, my tickets. So, you know, I don't get refunds.
Yeah, you got to secure the food, the bus, the fuel, all of that, the hotel rooms, the tickets. I mean, you're one guy, and that seems like that's a lot of work. So, I'm looking forward to it, George. I'm excited about it. We talked about it at the beginning of the year. It's excited to finally see it to be able to come to fruition now. I think it's going to be an opportunity, especially for Cowboy fans. 1.5 million people living in San Antonio. If they didn't know about G&S Tours, that they'll learn about it after this weekend. It is the Vikings. How are you feeling about the Cowboys and the Vikings this week from a game perspective?
Well, I mean, we should, you know, it's the NFL any given Sunday. You know how that goes. But, I mean, I think they're going to have a great game. You know, you never underestimate any opponent. You know, the Vikings their quarterback situation is so unstable. You know what I mean? They really have no quarterback right now per se. And I I think the Cowboys are going to be a little bit fired up and angry and stuff at the way, especially I mean, the offense 44 points. I mean, the defense gave up 44 points. So hopefully this will light a fire on them, and they'll be upset and play with a little bit of intensity, knowing they played horrible this past weekend. I mean, they should win, but I don't see any reason why we should lose to the Vikings. And mathematically, we're still not out of it. It would have been nice to win to keep the streak going, but mathematically, obviously, at this point, we have no chance other than winning the division. But
we need some help today as the games have now kicked off. I haven't looked at the time frames. We know that a lot of games are underway. Everybody's tapping in. But if somebody wanted to contact you, what's the best way to be able to contact you? Is it on Facebook?
Yeah, for now, Facebook. I'll work back on trying to get my website going again. Like I was telling Barry before we came on live, I had a website when I first started, when I went on my own by myself. But I had to pay a yearly fee, and I let it expire, and I never renewed the cost. I'll get with my son-in-law because he does a lot of IT work, and see if there's a way we can revive the old Facebook page or something and get it. I mean, the website and get it going again. But for now, yeah, the best way is just to hit me up directly on my page. You can, some people.
You can hit George up. His link is in the comments below. I'm sorry, George. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, his link is in the comments below. So if you'd like to hit up George for more details on this tour, he does have a couple of spots still open right now, a couple of cancellations. So come join me and George, 50 Cowboy fans on a bus, 9 a.m. this Saturday, coming up from San Antonio to DFW. We're going to stay at the DFW Stockyards area over there. We're going to be there at the Stockyards that night on Saturday night. So if you're a Cowboys fan and traveling to the game, meet us up at the Stockyards. I look forward to seeing everybody out there. And his link is down in the comments below if you want to contact him directly. But I really appreciate your time, George, because I know you're on family business.
Oh, no, we're fine. Everybody's kind of roaming around right now. This was a good time. Everybody's kind of running around, and we're not going to do anything we're waiting for one of my sons to still get here. So, it's kind of a long story, right? I'm glad me and you touched base again, Barry, because, I mean, obviously we've known each other since like 2017, 2018, but we had lost contact with each other for a while, and I'm glad we connected again.
Yeah, no, thanks to One Star One Family, DJ Kai out there. They're pulling everybody together. I hear they're actually going to be back in town for the Vikings game too as well. Yes, that's what Kai was telling me. So he'll be doing what you're doing, which basically like you. He's going to be going around hitting up different tailgates, and I think from what he told me, he's going to hit us up last because we're right across the street from the stadium. So I think it's going to start with Michael Garcia and Vatos Locos over there. Who also Vatos Locos, if you ever come up here, they'll be set up for every game. They have a great situation. Hit them up. If you ever come up here, hit up Vatos Locos and Michael Garcia. They do a great job. I want to be like, help Kai out and be, promote everybody. I mean, we got folks here on Built Different Group that go to Vatos Locos. Shout out to Russell Hoback and his wife, Top. They like to go hang out over there at Vatos Locos. I met him in Atlanta. He invited me over to his tailgate. I might stop by there and see them too as well. Shout out to Cowboys Life family. I know I will be over there. I will be with George at G&S Tours. So definitely we'll be making our rounds. So that's cool. One Star One Family will be in the house. BDG is going to be in the house. G&S Tours is going to be in the house. It's going to be another packed house this weekend. It's a Sunday night football game, which is ideal, especially for tailgaters, because you get to get up and there's no rush trying to get to the tailgate, trying to get set up. Because I remember at the home opener this year, it was a 1:00 game, and man, we had to get up early that morning because we did a tour around. We had the parade around the stadium with Stoney and all of those cars and everything. I think we were up at 7 a.m., but not the case this Sunday.
So now, going back to that real quick, I will not do a bus trip for a noon game. I don't feel like I can give people the full experience for a noon game because, like I said, we go out on Saturday night. Well, a lot of our people stay up, indulge, and they don't. If you do the noon game, you're having to leave the hotel at 7 in the morning, and that's just too hard. And so I will not ever do a bus trip for a noon game.
Yeah. I thought that's perfect that you got that set up for this night game. And then I was thinking, that's why I asked you before we got here. I was like, are you going back on Sunday night or is it Monday morning? So I thought about that too. That's a long 5-hour drive, especially after a game. And, the Cowboys.
I'm glad we don't do that no more.
Yeah, it ain't nice. As I know, as traveling Cowboy fans, it's always nice to bring home the dub. But when you got to carry that L no matter how you got to carry it. That's a long bus ride back, 5 hours. There'll be a lot of quiet Cowboy fans on that bus ride back. That's the case, at least after the game. But now on Monday, at least they get to sleep in. And so I'm looking forward to it 100%. I appreciate your time here, George. Your first time live with us here on Built Different Group. We look forward to
Thank you for having me, Barry.
Especially with G&S
I'm glad we
Tours.
touched base again. I'm glad we touched base again, like you said, through Kai and his picnics. And we lost contact for a few years, but we're back.
Yeah, we'll be down there this week, Thursday. Like I said, George and I will be at the Twin Peaks. So check out my page for that event. You're welcome to pull up. I will be touring those pro shops. There will be pro shop content coming out on Friday. There will be a star promotion. So get your stars ready. If you want to donate stars, you can win prizes this Friday. I'll have some exclusive merch from those pro shops. So please come over here and join us. And if you got questions and you watch this after the fact, make sure and leave a question down below. Contact me, or you can contact George. His Facebook page link is in the comments below. We appreciate everybody tapping in today. No Cowboys game today. It's kind of nice, huh, George? All the haters got to watch their team today.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. It's so funny. Like when during our 3-week streak, I didn't hear nobody say nothing. Oh, I didn't watch the game, and yeah, I didn't have time to watch it. But it's funny how when we lose, everybody fucking watch the game. Oh, excuse my language.
No, that's all good, man. Yeah, everybody watches the fucking game. You got it right. Everybody watches the game.
It's like if we lose, everybody saw it. But if we won, oh no, I was busy. I was cutting the grass, so I didn't have time to watch it. Like, yeah. You know damn well you were watching it. You just ain't got shit to say because we won. That's all.
Yeah, I know. And it's going to be funny today, especially if the Eagles lose. So, Eagles, I know y'all are watching my page. If y'all lose today, guess what? The boogeyman is going to come back because y'all know we need some help in terms of trying to make it to the playoffs. But nonetheless, shout out to all the Cowboy fans on all our pages here. We appreciate y'all joining today. Have a safe weekend out there. No more Cowboys football until Sunday Night Football next week. We'll be live on location in San Antonio starting this Thursday. We appreciate y'all tapping in. George, any parting words, any words of wisdom before we get out of here today?
No, thank you for having me. And like I said, another shout out to our tailgate partners we'll be with on Sunday, SA Brew Crew. I don't know if any of you guys are watching. Bobby, Gibby, I don't know if y'all are watching, but shout out to you guys. And we'll be doing what we call a Unity tailgate with them on Sunday. So they do a great job as well.
Nice. Well, good deal, man. Well, stay warm out there, George. I appreciate you. I like that hat you got on. Ho, ho, ho. Your boy BG is about to be in San Antonio. We'll see y'all in the gym on the next episode.
Yes, sir. We'll meet up with you this week, Barry. Looking forward to having you in town. Any questions you got? I'm a lifelong resident, so restaurants, whatever, any questions, I'll feel free to ask.
Good deal. We'll see y'all on the next episode live from San Antonio this week, George and I on Built Different Group. Y'all have a great Sunday afternoon. We out.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.